when I mention Bluetooth speakers, which is the first brand that pops into your mind? Sony, JBL, Bose? Alright, whatever that is, I'm pretty sure it's certainly not LG. LG is a brand that you generally associate with TVs, refrigerators and other home appliances, but certainly not Bluetooth speakers. However, this thing can certainly change your perception forever. It's called the XBoom RL2, and no, it's not an illusion. It certainly is gigantic. In fact, this is how an average sized Bluetooth speaker looks in front of it. So the question is, why does this big monster even exist? Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you are already noticing these cool light effects. But there's more to it. This thing outputs 50 watts of power. For comparison, that's about 5 times the power of your average sized Bluetooth speaker. So without any further delay, let me show you what this monster is capable of. Okay, so I really don't know how that sounded on this mic, but take my word, if you play this speaker on full volume, then you're gonna gain attention for all the wrong reasons, and you certainly do not want that. So it goes without saying that this is a party-focused Bluetooth speaker, and party-focused Bluetooth speakers pump out a lot of bass, and this thing is no exception. But there's something very interesting I noticed about this speaker. You see, it has got these preset equalizer settings, which ensures that even if you listen to other genres of music like pop and rock, it can play them quite well. In fact, for a speaker which is this big, I was expecting a lot of artificially amplified bass. But when you cycle through other equalizer settings, they do pretty well to subdue that heavy bass. Moving on, if you don't want to connect Bluetooth for some reason, you've also got a dedicated auxiliary port as well as a USB port through which you can play music. And if you don't want to do that, well, check this out. It can also play FM radio with this old school large antenna. Despite of this gigantic antenna, the radio reception was average at best. Now let's focus on a very important aspect of the speaker, which is its battery life. This speaker is claimed to run for 15 hours at 50% volume. And honestly, going by how loud it gets, 50% volume is gonna be good enough for most of you out there. A thing to note is that it takes around 9 hours to fully recharge. So it's best to keep it on charging overnight. LG is pretty proud about the fact that this is also a dedicated karaoke speaker. In fact, it also comes with a mic. So check this out. And this is how your voice sounds when the mic is plugged in. In fact, you can also modulate your voice. Hello, hello. I really don't know how much of this feature you're going to use every day, but it's still there if you like it. Finally, let's talk about pricing. And it's brilliant if you ask me. The official price of this thing is Rs 18,000, but you can find it on Amazon or Flipkart for as low as Rs 13,000. Now for the kind of power this thing brings, I think that's an amazing price tag. In fact, you'll end up spending much more money on speakers from Bose and Marshall, which are much less powerful than this guy. Overall, if explosive sound quality is your absolute priority and you don't mind compromising on portability, then the LG XBoom RL2 makes for a great buy.